Hey, hello, welcome. So in this video, we are going to learn about SQL. What is SQL? SQL stands for Structured Query Language. With the help of SQL, we can perform operation on database. Operation on database like inserting data into table, retrieving data from database object and all. So whenever we are going to say SQL, it means that some programming languages by which we are going to do operations on table. We are going to do operations on database. Database somewhere we are going to store our data in tabular form, something like row and columns. So what SQL can do? So whenever we are saying that SQL can do various operations on database. SQL can execute queries against database. SQL can retrieve data from database, even can insert data into database and all. Even they can, based on requirement, we can delete data from database. For performing all this kind of operation, we required a language, a programming language that computer can understand, database can understand. That is SQL. So whenever we are saying storing data into database, right, we require something that is going to hold the data. So here we have database object as table. So table is something where we are going to store our data. So whenever we are saying tables are database object that contains all the data in database. In table, data is logically organized in a way that can row and column. It's similar like a spreadsheet or Excel sheet, whatever we are preparing. Each row represents a unique record and each column represents a field in the records. A database must often contain more than one or more than one tables. Each table is identified by a name that we need to provide that can be customer order based on our requirement. So table is something that is going to store our data, the actual logical entity where we are going to store data. So in this series we will learn how we will create table in database. We can perform operation on table, inserting data, retrieving data from table, doing validation and all. So here you can see this is the structure of the table. So this, if you will see the table, this is the table, database table we created. In the table you can see the first is a header, we can say the column name, right? In all the column name you have the data, you can see this is the data. So data is saying that the row, so all the row, when we are merging all the row, is considered as a record or values. And here for each and every table we need to provide a name. So we will see when we will create tables and all, we will see each and everything. So in this video just going to give you brief, so that in next videos we can go do practice and all, so that we can see you how we can create tables and all, what are ddl commands, ddml commands and all, everything I will show you in the video. So I will create separate video for that. And last we have data types. Data type defines the properties of values. So here if you will see, we create a table, and that table in the column, what kind of data we are going to store in this column, that will be defined by data type. So here you can see in this column, so suppose here we have commissions column. In this commission column we are going to store numeric values, so our data will be number, data type will be number. Here you can see the working area is the character values. Here we will use varchar data type. So in SQL, we have various type of data type based on our requirements. So here you can see in the character data type, we have char, unchar, varchar2, long, and all. And when we are saying that number data type, we have number for creating the data, for creating the column in a such a way so that they can store numeric values. Also we have data typed as a time, so that date, so that if any columns we require to store date, we can use date data type. And for storing the long object, we have large object data type, which is b file, b lob, c lob, and lob, etc. So I will create separate video for each and every topic. So thank you so much for joining this video. In next video I will show you how we can create tables. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any other queries and want to know anything, just make a comment of that. Thank you so much for watching.